long time ago. By long time ago, I think maybe um, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I passed out as an engineer. But very early, I realized that no, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And very early in my career, I shifted to social media marketing. And since then, I've worked with a few clients ranging from so I worked for a big agency, I worked for a startup, then I was working as a digital marketing head for a mid-sized agency, and so on and so forth. And because I was working 3 4 years back, we didn't really have a choice for clients. We had to work for all the clients. So I worked for a tea brand, I worked for a life coach, I worked for a fitness brand, and all of those guys. All right. A few of my notable clients are Ramoji Film City, Cox and Kings, the travel brand, then a celebrity named Shailesh Loda. Then I also worked for an ice cream brand known as Oso Stoned, if you guys know them. Then a chocolate brand named Sapphire, and then currently I'm working for a B2B brand named Interview Mocha, and also Alfraj, which is a fitness brand. I am mainly into consulting. Apart from that, I am a firm believer in meditation, and I also have this another initiative known as Towards Fulfillment, where I sometimes conduct workshops on mindfulness. Yeah, and that's what I love to do in my free time. Apart from that, I think that's pretty much about it. And I'm hoping to add value to you in the next 5 weeks or so. All right. So this is where our introduction will stop. I haven't gone through the complete sheet because it was taking a lot of time, but I will be referring to that sheet, the form that you have filled, simply to get to know more about you, and simply so that I can add value in a much better way. All right, cool. So now I'll move on to the main agenda. So we are going to do something crazy. We are going to do something really crazy. Before even jumping into the PPT, we'll jump into a case study. Before jumping into a PPT, we'll jump into a case study. So for that, I need a good name, a really quirky, funny, decent, whatever name for our batch, because we are going to be spending 5 weeks together. So we might as well have a name for our group. So can anyone suggest a name for our group, a name for our batch? If you don't, I'll go with some embarrassing name. So please suggest a name. Chuck Jones. Okay. Mad marketers. Okay, let's go with mad marketers. Let's go with mad marketers. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay, so you guys are pretty creative, but it's more of fastest finger first. So we're going to go ahead with mad marketers. So what I'll do is that I'll create a folder for mad marketers. Okay. Now in mad marketers, I'll create an Excel sheet. Okay. See if my okay again. I'll just take another poll. Is my voice okay, guys? Just type in a quick Y if my voice is okay. So see, guys, if the voice is okay for 90% of you and not okay for a few, then I think the problem is at your end, because if the problem was at my end, everyone would have an issue. So just check your internet connection. Just check, if you're if you're not consuming too much bandwidth, and also maybe if everything works, try restarting. And if that also doesn't work, get in touch with the course coordinator. Yeah, so the technical issue could be at your end as well. Let's just be mindful of that. Cool. Okay. Now let's say that there is a business idea. So we are going to jump into a case study right away. So here is the business idea, a very simple business idea. There is a yoga teacher in the city of Pune. Pune is where I stay. Okay. There's a yoga teacher who has recently launched a yoga studio in Korega Park, Pune. Now, she wants to have, she's obviously running a business. One second, I'll just name this initial sheet. Yeah, so she wants to use digital marketing for her business. Okay, she wants to use digital marketing for her business. Let's say all of us are working in an agency, and then she comes to us and then she says that, hey guys, you're working in a marketing agency, or you have your own marketing agency. That's so cool. I want a strategy for my business and I have no clue about digital marketing. Yeah. So just like you would explain it to a 10-year-old, please explain to me what digital marketing is, and please suggest me what all channels I need to use for the marketing of my yoga class. Yeah, so she needs to understand marketing for her yoga class. So now, what is the first step? Considering that she doesn't know anything, what is the first thing that she needs to do? What is the first step that you will suggest to her? Okay, exactly. So it all starts with the website, typically. Okay, or a mobile application in some cases, but in most of the cases it's the website. So digital marketing activities, they usually need a central home. They need a place where like own your own headquarters, and website is your headquarter. Why? Because you can host your blogs there, you can host your videos there, and you can do all sorts of things on the website. So a website is more of a necessity. So you start off with the website. Cool. So now you create an awesome website for her. Now what else do you do? What are the other areas in digital marketing which you can suggest to her? Okay. So I'm picking up random inputs, all right, guys. So maybe I'll miss your inputs. But that's not on purpose. There is SMM. The full form of SMM is what? Social media marketing. Social media marketing. So in fact, that is going to be our focus for the coming 5 weeks. Social media marketing. All right. Now, what are the different social media channels that you know in SMM? What are the different social media channels that you know in social media marketing? Okay, so you have Facebook. Okay, then you have Instagram. Okay, then you have Twitter. Okay, what else? You have YouTube. Okay, you have LinkedIn. You have Pinterest. What else? You have Snapchat maybe, and if you want to add Google Plus, and then there are a few others which you won't get to. But yeah, so these are a few primary platforms that we can suggest. Cool. All right. So now this is in fact going to be our focus for the coming 5 weeks. But still, I want to dig a little deeper. And the reason I want to dig a little deeper is because we need to understand the context. We need to understand what we are doing. We need to understand under what umbrella. So let's say if you see an advertisement, you need to know if it's if under what umbrella does it fall, which aspect of digital marketing it is. Yeah. So we'll look at all the other aspects of digital marketing as well. So social media is done, website is done. What else? What else does she need to do? Tanvi, again, ads on what platform? Okay, so content. All right. Okay. So what do you mean by content? What are the ways in which you can create content? Exactly. Yes. Okay. So this is known as content marketing, or I like to call it as generosity marketing. Okay, generosity marketing is not a term, it's something that I use personally. I am hoping to make it popular. So don't Google generosity marketing, you won't find anything. But the traditional name is content marketing. So, what is content marketing and why am I calling it generosity marketing? The reason I'm calling it generosity marketing is because content allows you to add value. Content allows you to be generous to other people and add value to their lives. Or when I say people, I mean the target market, the customer. So, what are the ways in which you can create content? So, some of you already said blogs. Okay. Then you said videos. Okay, I think Vipul's answer is the most complete answer because he's pointing out to the three main ways of creating content. The three most popular ways of creating content, which is blogs, videos, and podcasts. Okay, and then there are other formats as well. So, what are the other formats? You have blogs, videos, podcasts. What are the other ways of creating content? Okay, so SMM posts, you can call them as, let's say, okay, let's call them SMM posts, social media posts. You can call them emails. UGC is more of a strategy, Nirali, because UGC ultimately is also in a form of video or blog or email. Yeah, so we won't write it there. So SMM posts, emails, what else? Knowledge sharing on website. I wouldn't call that as a format, Sarang, because even that is a text. What is the format? SMS becomes offline, which is a little away from online, pretty much away from online. So SMS I won't write here. What are the other ones, guys? Come on, quick, 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 quick. Okay, very good. So we have white papers. Okay, so the audio format, Ankita, has been covered in podcasts. Okay, so when you say MP4, it's usually podcasts. Okay, so case studies in what format? Chani, case studies in what format? So another word for content marketing could also be inbound marketing. Okay, so it's all the same only. Ah, cool. So videos are done. Let's say PDFs. Okay, so I'll add the remaining ones. So we have blogs, videos, podcasts, SMM posts. Let's say ebooks. We have white papers. Okay, that is done. Sorry. You have slideshare presentations, is if needed. You have infographics. You have GIFs. Yeah. So these are a few ones, and of course the most relevant ones are the top four. The top four are the, I wouldn't say most relevant ones, but the ones which are which have a lot of focus on them. Yeah, so those are the top four. Cool. So you suggest these ideas to her. Of course she won't do everything, because it's not possible for a brand to do everything, but the brand will pick up one, two, or three things that add the most value. Cool. So yes, now your content marketing is also taken care of. Okay, what else is remaining? What else is remaining? SMM done. Inbound marketing or content marketing is also done. Website is done. What else? Come on, guys. What else? Promotion on which platform? Engagement on which platform? Campaign on which platform? No, no. I'm looking at the overall digital marketing aspects, the things that we need to do. Tracking the benefits is analytics, which again, is not a platform per se. Social media audience, no, these are not the aspects of digital marketing, guys. These are not the what can you say, avenues of digital marketing. Okay, very good. SEO. We have SEO. What is the full form of SEO? Does anyone know the full form of SEO? Yes, the full form of SEO is search engine optimization. Let me just point out, guys, that even if you don't know the answers to this, even if all of this is alien to you, please don't be worried because you're going to have separate sessions on all of these things. Right now we are only establishing a few things. Yeah, so we do not have to worry about not knowing all of this. We're just establishing some context. Cool. So SEO is basically the full form, is the abbreviation of search engine optimization. Why is SEO necessary? Why is SEO necessary? Or what help does SEO give us? Huh. Good ranking in what, Pooja? Raise our market for visibility to build organic traffic. Where all to build organic traffic? How? Exactly, yes. So it's the search engine. You can think of SEO as a way in which you can strike a friendship with the search engine. It's a way of making friendship with the search engine. As simple as that. Yeah. So if you are selling a T-shirt, Yeah. Or if you have a t-shirt store, all right, and you want let's say when people search for the best t-shirt store around me, you want your ad to come at the top, or you want your website to come at the top, then need to have good SEO. There's a joke that goes around in the digital marketing community, and that joke is, if you ever kill someone, if you ever murder someone, please hide the body on the second page of Google, because no one actually goes there, right? So everything is typically on the page, on the first page, and hence SEO is super important. All right. The next is you have SEM. SEM is what? SEM is search engine marketing. SEM is search engine marketing. There are typically two types in search engine marketing, or two aspects of search engine marketing. Do you guys know what those are? Okay, so though, yes, exactly, they are search and display typically. Okay, but I'm not an expert here, so these will be elaborated when you actually do the module. Yeah, so you have SEM, which is search and display. So I'll show it to you. I'll show the difference between SEO and SEM. Let's say if I look for buy SaaS software, something like this. Okay, let's see if this is a good keyword. Okay, now when I say buy SaaS software, this SaaS Max, this is a search result which is among the top, which is a second result. Is this because of SEO or SEM? This result is because of good SEO or good SEM. It's SEO. Why? Because it's organic. SEM is always paid. SEM is always a paid ad. So which brand has done the SEM ad here in this case? Zoho, yes. Zoho has done the SEM ad here, because of which it is appearing here. So yeah, that is the difference between SEO and SEM. SEO is organic, SEM is paid. SEO is a long-term activity, SEM is an instant activity. SEO is not an ad, SEM is an ad, and all of those things. Yeah, so you will learn all of this going ahead. Cool. So you have SEO and SEM. Okay, and now there's the last part remaining. Uh, do you guys know what the last element in digital marketing? No? Okay, it's email marketing. All right, it's email marketing. Email marketing is what? Email marketing is a way in which you can maintain relationships with your target market. You can also sell products, or you can build a community, and so on and so forth. All right. So now when you see an email in your inbox, you know that it's a form of email marketing. Now when you search for a keyword and when you see the results at the top, you say to yourself that, oh, this brand has done their SEO beautifully. Or when you see a Facebook ad or a LinkedIn ad, you know that it's a part of SEM. Or when you see a video on YouTube, all of this comes under content marketing, and you also know what SEM means. The purpose of this exercise was, there are two purposes for this. One was, just to establish a few things, that, just to understand, uh, just to get on the same page basically. And secondly, we wanted to understand the boundaries of digital marketing. We wanted to understand under what domain, do we have, or rather which, when you see a particular element in digital marketing, you need to know under what domain it falls. All right, so this is what we did. Now in the last class we will do a brainstorming activity. What's a brainstorming activity? So in the course of these 5 weeks, we'll study different platforms, we'll have different assignments, and then in the last class we'll apply. We'll actually do a brainstorming session just to see if we actually learned anything or not, if we actually went ahead of this or not. Yeah, and that will be super interesting. So the last session that we have, session number 10, we'll take the same yoga case study and we'll apply all of these things to it, the social media strategy part to it. So I'll just name the sheet as initial sheet and brainstorming sheet for Mad Marketer. So let's revisit this after a few days. All right, cool. So now just need a quick yes if you have understood the basics. Okay, Again, please note that we can't go in the details right now because that is not the point. The point is just to know what all options we have available. So if you have any questions on the basics, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll just type in a yes. Okay. Now we'll jump into the official PPT. Okay. Um, Okay, we'll do the pickup project exercise later. But now let's jump officially in the PPT. Till this time till 8:30. We are basically looking at what a case study, and we also started off with a few introductions. So now is the time when we officially jump into the PPT. A couple of rules first. I hope all of you have your LMS accounts. Does everyone have their LMS accounts? Yeah. So if you don't have your LMS account, please get in touch with the course coordinator. Super important. Okay, that you maintain a good activity there, that you take on assignments, you take on you ask questions, and so on and so forth. Just like every class has a few sincere students and a few not so sincere students, every batch also has those kind of students. We push and push and push for people to take assignments, but not everyone does it. And then at the end of the module you feel as if, oh, I mean, I got the certification, but I don't really remember a lot of it. So I would strongly urge that you implement, that you be sincere, that you don't miss any lectures, and you produce assignments. All right. So the LMS will help you with that. uh, More on the LMS. So I want you all to pick a project. Okay, so I want you all to pick a project for the duration of these 5 weeks. So what do I mean by pick a project? It could basically be a pseudo project. It could be a pseudo fake coffee brand that you want to start. Or if you want to do it with your own business, you can do it with your own business. If you have a client, you can do it with the client as well. All right. But I want you all to apply whatever you have learned. I want you all to apply it to your case study, apply it to your business. So for example, let's say we learn how to create groups today. I want you all to go home and create a group. Okay, if you realize, if we study Facebook ads in the next class, I want you all to execute Facebook ads. Only then, only when you apply things will you be able to learn. Otherwise this will just be another gyan session for you. Okay, so imagine you going for an interview. It doesn't have to be an interview. Okay, it can also be for your own business. Let's say me and Sarang, both of us go for an interview. I go with a very nice resume. Okay, I go with a very printed kick-ass resume from the internet, but Sarang goes without a resume. And when the interviewer is puzzled and he asks Sarang, what's the matter? Why haven't you produced a resume? Sarang says, hold on, I want to show you something. And then Sarang, takes the interviewer to the Facebook page and to the YouTube channel that he has made, and to the Twitter channel. And he also shows the email marketing campaign. And he also shows the keyword analysis that he did. Who is going to be hired, me or Sarang? Very, very obviously. Of course, it's going to be Sarang. Yeah, of course, it's going to be Sarang. So I want you all to pick a project. I can't stress enough on it, and make it one of your priorities for the coming few days. Okay. Anybody have questions on what kind of projects, or anybody has any reservations about the project part? Let me know, because it's super important. So I will take questions if you have anything on the project aspect of this. I'll wait for a few seconds. Yeah, absolutely, Pushkar. Yes, you can take your own brand if you want. Can you also take your own personal brand? So yes, there is no right or wrong project here. There is no right or wrong. Yes, of course, Pooja. Yes. The point is that after a few days, or after the social media model is complete, you have something to show that you did this, you applied this. Yeah, so Nidhi, go with a fake brand, like I said. Go with a test fake brand. No one, your friends will not know that you have created this page. No one will know. Just create a test page, and just go with any random name, ABC Coffee. Go with that. Cool. Yeah, Pushkar, so that's great. In fact, don't you think this is the best time for you to start working then? Yeah, so I think this is the best time for you to apply this. You're anyway building a brand, and you will be able to apply it right away. So just go for it, man. It will be very interesting to see where you are after 5 weeks and also where you are after the whole digital marketing course. Okay? No, you don't. No. I mean, at least in the social media part, you don't. All right. So I will, I'll periodically ask you guys to give presentations. I'll periodically ask you guys to share the links of your projects. So you guys better be ready with those. Yeah. So for example, randomly in the fifth class, I'll ask Nidhi or Pushkar to share their Twitter link or Facebook link and so on. Of course, I'll only ask the topics that are covered. I won't ask Snapchat right now, but I'll only ask things that are covered. So please be ready with those. Okay. Any existing brand? Yeah, Shivam, you have something to you have to execute something, right? So if you want to go with Mintra, go on. Go ahead with that. You'll have to create a Facebook page, so just be mindful of that. You have to create a pseudo Facebook page and do your marketing on that page. So the answer is yes, you can go ahead with any project. It doesn't matter what it is. Another couple of instructions. Okay, so as far as question answers are concerned, so I hope you are keeping a notebook with you and making notes. I think some people love making notes, some people get distracted while making notes. So whatever it is that you prefer, you can do that. um, as far as the questions are concerned, um, we have observed that if you ask questions in between. Okay, which so it means that if I'm talking about a particular topic, and if I start taking questions in between, it totally disrupts the flow of the class for the entire class. Okay, so what we do is that we explain, we talk about a particular topic, or rather I talk about a particular topic for, let's say, 5, 10, or 15 minutes max, and then I open up question answers on that topic itself. And I trust me, all the questions will be answered unless and until I don't know the answer to the question, which is also quite possible. In that case, I'll get back to you in the next class. Okay, but don't, please refrain from asking questions in between, because I don't look at the chat window when I talk. I only look at the chat window when I ask questions. So please be mindful of that. Okay, another instruction is what, let's say, if you're having any technical issues, please get in touch with the course coordinator. And also, yeah, please be very responsive with your yeses and nos. Okay, I mean, I'm talking to a screen, so just try to be empathetic and try to imagine how the world looks to me right now. I'm just talking to a screen, so I need to know if you're understanding. I need to know if you're with me. I need to know if I'm being able to make an impact. Yeah, so just be very quick with your yeses and nos. If that's is that a reasonable request, guys? Yeah. Yeah, so this was a test, and I think most of you did well. Cool. Awesome, guys. Awesome. I don't think I have any other instructions, and if there is anything else, I'll chip in later. All right. So, without further ado, now let's start discussing. So, we just look at the flow. Okay, we started off with the introductions, then we jumped into a case study. Now, let's just understand why we are doing this, or why is social media marketing. Or in other words, why do you think brands need social media marketing? What is the purpose? What are the benefits? What are the advantages? Okay, so let's say Aishwarya and Vipul say, and also Pooja, I think, are talking about reach. A lot of you are talking about reach. Okay, so reach and awareness. Okay, so hold on, guys, hold on. Don't type anything. Hold on. Okay, I'll give you this thing to type again. Hold on. Um, So, okay, so let me ask you a question. It's been 39 minutes since the class has started. Okay, and I want you to be very, very honest when you answer this. How many of you in these 39 minutes have checked your cell phone for either your WhatsApps or your Instagram or your Facebook or anything, or Instagram, whatever it is? Okay, so it's what, Pooja? Okay, I hope everyone's being honest, okay? Okay, good. Okay, so I I appreciate Shivam Chandni and all of those guys who said yes for their honesty. I also appreciate Sarang, Anupam, Simon who have not kept their cell phone with them because they are focusing. But I hope you get the point that I'm trying to make. How many of you sleep with your mobile phones just one arm distance away from your body when you sleep? And how many of you, when you first wake up, you check your phone in the morning? Most of us do that, right? Uh, if anyone asks you why social media marketing, this is the answer. Yeah, marketers basically ruin everything. Basically, when newspapers were invented, marketers went there because that's where the attention was. Then you have radios. That's where the brand you have started having radio commercials because that's where the attention was. Then there was television, and you could see brands going there with those TV commercials because that's where the attention was. Wherever the attention is, brands want to be there. And now the attention is on social media, and hence brands want to be there. As simple as that. This is the very simple answer why people or why businesses use social media. The most simplistic answer that you will ever get. But you can consider other aspects as well. So you get reach and awareness simply because of the culture. Culturally, we have accepted, or culturally we have made social media an integral part of our lives, because of which it is absolutely necessary for brands to be there. Cool. Okay. What are the other reasons? What are the other reasons? Apart from reach and awareness. Okay, so you have sales and conversion, okay, which can happen on social media. Cool. What else? Very good. Specific targeting. So Nirali and Tanvi is fantastic. So you're talking about specific targeting. So did you guys know that you can target people based on the browser that they use? Or you can target only iPhone 10 users, or you can only target people who love horror movies on Facebook, or you can target people working in IT companies between the which have employees from 1 to 100, and so on and so forth. All of these things are possible on social media. Yes, you have interest based, you have demographics based, and all of those things. So specific targeting. Okay, someone said free of cost. I don't know who it was. If you could, low cost. Okay, so Chandni says low cost. Okay, what is the cost of a TV commercial? I mean, I know it depends on a lot of parameters, but just an estimate cost. Okay, it's typical in lakhs maybe. Okay, cool. Yes. And what is the cost of creating a Facebook page? Okay, so you need zero amount to create a Facebook page. Of course, going ahead, you will need to spend on it a little. You will need to maybe indulge in paid ads, but typically, if done properly, your ROI is must justified. Your ROI is justified in most of the cases. So you can say low cost. Of course, that is not a complete answer, but yes, it actually starts with a low cost. Okay, what else? Okay, so let's say online reputation management. I think I'll say this, Vinaya. Yeah, analytics. Okay, fantastic, Tanvi. So yes, this as well. Okay, whenever, let's say if I launch an ice cream shop tomorrow and I create this huge hoarding on the road, can I get to know the exact number of people who saw my hoarding from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.? I cannot. But can I measure the clicks that I got on my ad? Can I measure the impressions? Can I measure the clicks? Can I measure the engagement, like, comments, and shares? Yes. And do you realize how important this is? I mean, earlier you could not measure. The extent to which you could measure was very limited. And we are so lucky to live in this era where we can measure this. And measuring is not the end game. We measure and then we improvise. We measure and then we improvise. So we take output and we apply it to the input, right? We get data and we change our strategy. And overall, I hope you guys feel grateful, because our grandparents, imagine if they wanted to start a business, how difficult it was for them. Yeah, and if I want to start a business today, I can create a Facebook page right now. I can invite 1,000 of my friends to like it. By tomorrow, I have 300 likes on the page, and I can start my marketing. So just a moment of gratitude for the age that we live in and how easy it has become for us to at least start our activities through social media. Of course, this privilege is for everyone else. So it doesn't mean that it has become easy, but we can actually start. A surgeon or a doctor needs to attend college for 5 years, and then you have to do specialization for 3 years and then internship, blah blah blah, after which he can do surgery. But we social media marketers can start now. We can start right away, and it's a beautiful privilege that we have. All right, so we have reach awareness, sales, specific targeting, low cost, ORM. Anything else? Mm, yeah, I think that's a little tactical. I think remarketing and all we will study later. So these are a few benefits. Of course, they're not restricted to this. You will have much more benefits. You'll understand them as you go ahead. But for now, this is okay. Okay, this list will go on updating in your mind. Okay, but I will add this because it's super important again. So customer, some people call it customer insights, some people call it market research, and so on and so forth. What is this? So you basically get insights about your customers. Okay, you get insights about your customers, which means what? I need to know what kind of content my customers are liking. I need to know what kind of content they are sharing, they are commenting, and so on and so forth. I need to know which product they are buying. I need to know which blog they like, and so on and so forth. So if one of the functionalities of or one of the functions of a marketer is to get deeper into the target market, understand their dreams and their fears and their hopes, and social media allows us to do that. So market now you will see a lot of funds that are spent on market research will reduce because you can analyze the social media data, which will also be kind of a market research. Yeah, so these are a few benefits of social media marketing. If you have understood, please type in uh, okay, please type in a yes. I was going to think of a funny word, but okay, yes. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, just type in a yes. Okay, fantastic. So you guys are. What is ORM? ORM is the abbreviation of Online Reputation Management. So basically, um, how do you say it? See, do you remember the whole Maggie controversy? Yeah, when Maggie was banned, so uh, there was a lot of uproar on the internet, and Maggie's marketing managers had to take care of that. Yeah, so ORM is maintaining the online reputation of your brand. So if there are complaints, for example, a lot of people complain about the brand on social media, and if that complaint is not addressed properly, then it increases. Okay, so do you guys know what kind of brands get a lot of complaints? Have you guys observed what kind of brands get a lot of complaints on social media? Yes, you see a lot of people criticizing Uber on social media. Yes, a lot of service brands. Yes, you see a lot of people criticizing Uber, Ola. You see a lot of people criticizing Flipkart, Amazon. You see a lot of people criticizing airlines, for not carrying their luggage properly, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and if I talk about an airline, and if that airline does not respond, yes, telecom also, by the way. Telecom has also, you see a lot of people giving a lot of abuses to Airtel and Idea and all of those guys. So if those complaints are not resolved, okay, if that complaint is kept floating, it's not good for the reputation of the brand. And hence there's a special team for these big brands to address these complaints, and that's what ORM is all about. Okay, so Tessa, I hope this makes sense to you. Yes, guys, even though I don't respond to each and every comment, doesn't mean that I disagree. Okay, so all good. All right, cool. Now let's talk about a bit about the social media channels. So you have these. All right. Now, okay. Is there anyone who's not there on Facebook, by the way? Anyone who's not there on Facebook? Okay, so I think everyone's there on Facebook. Um, you are not there. I don't think I've been able to catch your name because you haven't entered your name, the one between Tissa and Shivam in the chat. If you could just mention your name, that would be great. Apurva, okay, Apurva, okay, Shivam, cool. Mm, for the course of these 5 weeks, it will be better if you create a Facebook account just because it becomes easier for you to understand the topic. That's all. Okay, so it will be pretty cool if you just create a page, you create a profile for the coming 5 weeks. After which you can delete it. Okay, then okay, how many of you are there on Instagram? I think most of you would be there on Instagram as well. Pooja, Aishwarya, Abhishek, Kapurva. Okay, for me it's not there. Cool. Okay, what? Okay, ठीक है. How many of you are not there on Twitter? Okay, Roma. Okay, Chandni noted. Nidhi, you're not there. Okay. Okay, a lot of you are not there on Twitter. So a homework for you would be to create a Twitter account. A homework for you would be to create a Twitter account. We are not going to need it right away, but in the fifth session, maybe we'll need your Twitter account because we'll indulge in a live chat. We'll do a live tweeting session where you will need the Twitter account. Okay, what is Twitter all about? Okay, Apurva. What is Twitter all about? What do you know about Twitter? Okay, Twitter is all about tweets. Okay, what is a tweet? It's microblogging. Why do you say microblogging, Nirali? Why the word micro? Limited word short. Okay, what is the limitation? Yes, Twitter is all about sharing views and opinions, like Aishwarya points out. Yes, it's not 80 words. It's not 240 words. It's not 240, 160. It's 280 characters, guys. It's 280 characters. Okay, just correct me if I'm wrong. It's 280 characters. Okay, I'll come to questions in a bit now. Okay, so now you have Twitter, now Instagram and Pinterest. What is the similarity between these two platforms, Instagram and Pinterest? Okay, they're image sharing platforms. Okay. Okay, so all of you agree that Pinterest and Instagram are both visual platforms, image sharing platforms. All right, noted. Okay, what is the difference between the two then? Yes, Ankita, yes. What is the difference between Pinterest and Instagram? Okay, Pinterest can give you access. Is clickable links is what Nirali and Pooja point out. Okay. Anyone else who knows the difference between Instagram is personal? That's a good one, Mitesh. Pinterest is interest and topic based. Okay, that is correct. See, interactive is Instagram and Pinterest. We can't. Okay, let me ask you a question this way: what is the only device that you can use to upload an image on Pinterest? Which device is used to upload an image on Pinterest? Guys, which device is used to upload? Sorry, I made a mistake in the question. I made a mistake in the question. I meant which is the only device that can be used to upload photos on Instagram. It's your smartphone. Okay. Yes, you can do some jugaad and you can, if needed, make some tweaks and upload it through your desktop or laptop. But typically for Instagram, only mobile is allowed, which means what? Instagram is a real-time platform. And I want you all to listen to this very, very carefully because we are not just any dumb social media marketers. We are smart social media marketers, and hence we need to understand the difference in each and every social media platform. And to understand the difference, we need to know the personality of each and every platform. The personality of Instagram is that it's a mobile only platform, which makes it extremely real time. You click a photo, you add a hashtag, you add a filter, you add a caption, and boom, your post has gone live in like 50 seconds. Pinterest, on the other hand, is a more research oriented platform. Pinterest, on the other hand, is a more research oriented platform. Whenever you want to research on a few things, whenever you want to get inspired, or whenever you want to collect ideas or bookmark stuff, you go with Pinterest. So for example, the other day I wanted to look for an ice breaking game for my MBA. So I also teach MBA second year as a visiting faculty. I was looking to conduct an ice breaking game for them, and I tried googling, but Google was not really helping me a lot. So I went to Pinterest and I searched for ice breaking games, and I got a lot of pins. I got a lot of ideas, and then, like you guys pointed out, each pin points to a blog where I could read those ideas. Yeah, so more on the details later, but just know that Pinterest is a research oriented platform. It helps us to get information in the topics about the topics that we're interested in. Okay. And lastly, LinkedIn. Do you guys know what LinkedIn is? So anything else, anything to touch upon LinkedIn? How would you describe LinkedIn? It's a professional platform, okay? What do people do on LinkedIn? It's a professional, yes, formal platform, okay. Yes, so people go there to find jobs, to connect with professionals, to hire people, networking. Yes, yes, that's correct. Cool. So, Harshita, one of my colleagues, B2B marketing, that's correct, sharing of ideas, yes. Great, great, great. So, Harshita, who's my colleague, she used this example which I fell in love with. So I've stolen it from her, but I think it nicely, conveys the point. Let's say you are looking to go on a trip, abroad, and you are not being able to decide the destination, and hence you decide to do some research on the destination. Out of the platforms that we discussed right now, which platform will you use to do the research on the destination, about the destination? Yes, you will go with Pinterest only. Yes. Okay. Now, let's say that you decided to you did your research on Pinterest, and you realize that, okay, you want to go to a particular destination, and then you realize that, oh, I need to do scuba diving when I go there. Pinterest is telling me top 10 things to do at that destination. There's scuba diving as one of the activities. And I need to learn a bit of it. I need to watch some tutorials to learn a bit about scuba diving. Where do you go and watch the tutorials? You typically go to YouTube. I know we didn't touch upon YouTube, but typically go to YouTube to watch those tutorials. That's correct. And now the time comes when you want to leave. So the day comes and your flight is ready, and you are at the airport, and you want the whole world to know that you're traveling, because of course you're traveling abroad. You want the whole world to know. So where will you check in? You probably check in on Facebook. Yes, you'll probably check in on Facebook. And then when you go there, you realize that, oh, it's very beautiful, the scenery is nice and the nature is amazing, and you want to share it with the world. Which platform will you typically use? You'll probably use Instagram or Snapchat. Yeah, you'll use Insta or Snapchat to talk about to convey the beauty of the place. And then let's say touch wood. Okay, I hope this doesn't happen to you, but touch wood, you get an email from your boss saying that you went on a vacation without even telling me. You are fired. Please find a new job. Which platform will you go to find a new job? You probably go to LinkedIn. Yes. Okay. What is the moral of the story? What am I trying to convey here? What are the takeaways here from this example? Yes, so we are surrounded by social media. That is one takeaway. And the second takeaway, like Pushkar says, is that every platform has a different role to play. Okay, every platform has a different role to play. And if you are someone who is, you know, that's correct. If your boss kicks you out, you have LinkedIn. But more importantly, the point is that you have different platforms to which have different personalities. Okay, imagine the five of you or six of your closest friends or family members. Each of them has a different personality. Each of them, adds a different value to your lives. With one person, you'll only talk about cricket. With other friend, you'll only talk about the relationship. With the third friend, you'll only talk about work. Yeah. That's the personal, because depending on the personality you will take out the topic. Similarly, all these platforms have different personality. Now, why am I stressing on this so much? The reason I'm stressing on this is because I've seen big brands, huge brands make a lot of silly mistakes. They'll create a good morning post and publish the same post on Facebook, same post on Instagram, same post on LinkedIn, same post on Twitter, and same post on Pinterest. That is not the job of a social media marketer. You don't even need all of these platforms. Maybe you can say, I don't need Snapchat, I don't need Pinterest, I don't need Twitter, I'll just focus on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. That's also fine. But just for the sake of putting out content, don't create an average piece of content and publish it everywhere. Understand all the social media platforms, understand their personalities, and then see which ones to use. And depending on the requirement or on the personality of that platform, you can choose the ones that add value. All right, this is more about the introduction to social media platforms, and without further ado, we'll enter into the first platform, which is of course Facebook. Yeah, so this was more of an introduction, and we will now enter into the first platform, which is Facebook. All right, let's take a 2 minute break, shall we? Let's just take a 2 minute break and we'll come back and we'll jump into Facebook. If you have any questions, you can type in the chat window, and I'll answer the question after the break. But for now, let's just take a 2 to 3 minute break. Okay, so let's resume. All right, now, like I said, we'll start off with Facebook now. So every platform, will typically start off with a few terminology, and for Facebook, these are the terminologies that we need to know. So this is great for people who don't know concepts. This is also good revision for those who know it, because you get to see these concepts again with a different angle. Let's talk about profile page and group now. Assuming that most of us are there on Facebook, do I need to explain what a Facebook profile is? No, right? Because all of us are using Facebook through a profile. So, what's a Facebook profile? The way in which the entity using which a user exists on Facebook is known as a profile. So, the user can exist on Facebook by using a profile. Yeah, so profile is for users. Cool. Then you have page and group. So let's explore these two things. Let's talk about group a little bit. So what is a group? Do you guys know what a group is? What a Facebook group is? How will you define a Facebook group? Related topics. Pooja, a better answer if you could elaborate on that. What do you mean related topics? Group of people with similar interest. Okay. Okay, so Vinaya says a group of people with similar interest. Yes, Nidhi, it's like minds. Yes. Yes, exactly. Okay. That's a really good way to put it. Community of people having the same goal. So basically, if I have interest in sketching, I'll join a group on Facebook which is about sketching. Okay. If I love yoga, I'll join a group on Facebook which is about yoga. So let's explore this a little bit. Okay. So what I'll do right now is that I'll take you to my Facebook and let's look at it a little practically. Cool. So let give me one sec. Let's open a few tabs. Okay. So now let me open mm, a page. Okay, so I've opened two pages here. Let me open. Okay, so what I've basically done is that I've opened two pages. A digital Vidya page. I've opened towards fulfillment, which is my own page. I've opened these two pages here, and then you have Pune It Outs, which is a group, and Turning Towards Life, which is also a group. So let's talk about groups a little bit, and then we will go to page. Okay. Now, this group, as the name suggests, this is one of the famous or one of the most popular groups in my city of Pune. And as the name suggests, this group talks about the various food eating places in Pune. So, right from a small pani puri wala to a five-star hotel, all the food places are discussed. Okay, so I'll just scroll down and I'll let you see what this group is all about. Okay, so just keep watching what is being shared. Okay, so if you haven't had your dinner, I'm sorry you're gonna feel hungry. So people are sharing their food experiences. People are asking for recommendations. That I want to go for a candlelight dinner. I want non-veg food. Where do I go? Okay, and different people are talking. Different people are responding. Cool. Yeah. So these are the conversations that take place in a group. Okay. Now, what is the kind of communication that takes place in a group? Is it one to one? Is it one to many? What is the kind of communication that takes place in a group? Yes, it's Pushkar. Like Pushkar says, like Vipul says, it's many to many. Okay, you guys are pretty smart. The communication is many to many. The communication is many to many. Why? Because it's not just one person who's talking. Everyone is talking and everyone is commenting as well. Just like our WhatsApp group. In our WhatsApp group, is it only one person who talks? Of course not. You have n number of people talking and n number of people who are responding. A page, on the other hand, if you look at this page, okay, you will see that only the brand is talking. Okay, only the page is talking, and the others can comment, the others can respond to it, but typically it's just the page, just a one to many communication. Similarly for the digital vidya page also, one to many communication. Okay, so that's the primary difference between the two. Here the communication is many to many. On top of that, all of these are users. All of these are users, or in other words, a brand can't join a group like this. A brand can create a group and attach it to their page, but a brand can't, like, you cannot have 10 brands joining Pune Eatouts. Why? Because Pune Eatouts is a group and it can be only joined by a profile. And what's a profile? We all know what a profile is. Basically, the way in which a user exists on Facebook is known as a profile. So a group can be joined only by people, only by profiles. You cannot have brands there. All right, that's another difference. Okay, and here of course it's the brand which is talking. Cool. On top of that, you do not have ads for a page, but you do have ads. Sorry, you do not have ads for a group, but you have Facebook ads for a page. A page is always public, and a group can be private or a group can be secret. A page, on the other hand, is always public. So I'll repeat all the differences again. Okay. The communication in a group is always many to many. The communication in a page is one to many. A group is always joined by profiles, is joined by users, that there can't be any brands on the group. Then paid ads are available only for a page. They are not available for a group. And a group can be private or secret, but a page is always public. Now, considering all of these things, what do you think is more suitable for a brand? A group or a page? What is more suitable for a brand? Is it going to be a group or is it going to be a page? Yeah, so considering all of these updates, it typically means a page. But does it mean that we let go of the groups altogether for branding? No. Okay. Why? Because a group can play its role in a few situations. So let's try to understand those. So in any business where you need to create some kind of a tribe, some kind of a community, you can go with a group. So let's take an example. A friend of mine, he arranges photography workshops. Okay, and he has these weekend workshops where he provides. So basically, the name of the workshop is DSLR Beginner Workshops. And in order to reach out to new people, he uses Facebook ads. In order to reach out to new people, in order to get registrations for the workshop, he uses Facebook ads. And for a Facebook ad, what does he need? He of course needs a Facebook page. So the page is kind of his communication with the outside world. But whenever a student attends his workshop, after the workshop, he sends an email to that student, and that student is then added to a secret group, which is only for people who have taken his workshop before. It's not for random people, but it's for people who have taken his workshop before. Why do you think he's doing this? Why do you think he's doing this? What is the advantage? Okay, further workshops is one. To build a community is one, yes. Okay, so One is that if he wants to upsell, if he wants to have, let's say, advanced photography workshop, you know, he can simply, instead of looking to uh, get more people or reaching out to more people and new people, he can simply say that, hey guys, I'm arranging a new workshop, which is an upgraded one. Who wants to join? Yeah, and people will sign up, and it works. Okay, this is not theory. He actually, whenever he has these photo walks, and whenever he has these other things, he puts it in the group, because now he doesn't need to reach to new people. Now he has a set of people who are his students, who love him, who trust him, who believe in his work. Plus he is, in his mission of creating photographers, he's helping out the tribe, building a community, like Vipul says. Yeah, and so that his mission is also accomplished. Yeah, and plus the people in the group, if they're nurtured properly, they also tell their friends that, hey, this workshop is great, and blah blah blah. And hence, in such cases, a group really works. Yes. Another example, this is my friend Justin, who's a life coach. Okay, now Justin knew that the organic reach of Facebook page is going down, and hence he decided to purely promote his group. So he and his partner, they are, they work as life coaches, and they are promoting this group. And if you look at the attendance or the members of this group, it's, where can you see them? Yeah, so you have around 700 members in the group. And if you look at the engagement, okay, you have 22 likes and 34 comments. You have 11 likes, 5 comments. You have 28 likes, 8 comments, and so on and so forth. You might think, a skeptic might think that this is not a great number, but trust me, this is actually good. Okay, uh, this is good engagement because of the low. I mean, if you compare this to a page, this is actually good engagement. Okay, and how many customers does a life coach actually need? He can't take on 500 customers. He can't take on 5,000 customers. He can only max take 50 customers. And hence, this is, I think, a brilliant strategy for him to get those 50 customers. So, in such cases, a group works. Let's take another last example. Um, let's say there is a gym owner, okay, who of course has a gym running and wants more and more registrations. To get more people to the gym, he'll have a page. But can he have a group where he adds the people who are already members of the gym? Can he have a group where there are discussions? Can he have a group where the participants of the gym interact with the trainers, with the nutritionist? What advantage does he have? The advantage is that not everything is about sales. Okay, I mean, of course you can think that everything is about business, but business just doesn't come by reaching out to new people. If you create relationship with the old people, they also tell their friends about it, which is more of a long term strategy. But it is the strategy that works the best, because word of mouth, as we know, is the best type of marketing. You typically don't buy anything because you see it online. You buy it because someone tells you to buy it. Yeah, so look at the bigger picture and keep on delighting your existing customers as well. And that is where a group plays a huge role. All right. Okay. So I'll open up question answers now. Is the concept of a group clear? Let me know. Do I think that a group should be done for every brand? Of course not. I don't think having a group for Amazon is a great idea, because what will they do from a group? So have a clear objective in place. Doesn't mean that you should have a group, but a group have its sets of advantages. And if you want to nurture a tribe, it could be a good place for you to start with. So maybe I'll just, okay. If you have understood, if you have no questions, and if you're clearly with me, if you're having fun, please type in Mogambo. Please type in Mogambo. Just need to know if everyone is with me, if everyone is having fun. Who is not typing Mogambo? Let me find out. One more example. I'm out of examples now, Simmer. Okay, gym is done. Justin is done. Photography is done. Pune Eatouts is done. What more example can I give? Can anyone else think of an example? Okay. I am working for a B2B client and the end consumer is HRs. Okay. Or the decision makers are HRs. It's a B2B client, but it's a product for HRs. So they are the decision makers. How can I use groups in this case? It doesn't have to be necessarily a Facebook group. It can be a LinkedIn group also. But we are generally discussing the topic of groups. So how can I use groups in this case? If my target market is the HRs, hmm, exactly, as simple as that. Basically, share info. Yes, yes, Chandni. Yes, Vipul. You share info with HRs. Okay, you create a tribe of HRs. You produce useful content to them. That would be a good strategy. Okay, so you have to figure out if you want to build a tribe, if you want to build a loyal set of fans, then you go with a group. Okay, for example, I don't think it's a good idea to create a group for, um, again, Coca Cola. What will they do with a group? But for a life coach, it's a great idea. For a gym owner, it's a great idea. Yeah. So, like this, you have to see if it is adding any value or not. Okay. Now, let's talk about the page a little. And one of the assignments that you have is creating a page. So I'm not sure of that number, Vasu. Just let me. You also Google and let me know, yeah, because even I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. So one of the assignments that you have is to create a Facebook page. Okay. If you already have one, I would still encourage you to create one more just as a test page, because I'll probably ask you to create GIS and I'll ask you to create videos on the same. So one of the assignments for you is to create a Facebook page and add a cover photo to it, add a profile photo to it, start publishing content on it, just play with it a little and ask me questions in the next class if you are not being able to, if you are having any issue with it. Could be anything. The page could be about anything, doesn't matter what it is about. But I just want you all to create a page. Got it, everyone? I will ask you to share the link of your page in the next class. Yeah, I'll randomly ask people to share the link in the next class. Yeah, feedback is given at the end of the class. Then we. Yeah, thanks. Um, okay. So a page, as you all know, is probably the primary way in which a brand exists on Facebook. I mean that's your communication with the outside world, and all the marketing that typically happens is around the page. Okay, so page technically page is super easy to handle. You won't have any issues with it. But still, I would want you all to check how to create a page and let me know if you have any questions in the next class. Cool. Okay. Uh, all right. Let's discuss these four terminologies and then we'll stop for today. The next no, just create one. Just play with it for your sake, Divya. Just to understand it better, just play with it. Just see what all you can do. You don't have to invite anyone to like it, so you won't get embarrassed. No one would know that you have created this page, so you can afford to chill and relax. Let's talk about reach, engagement, impressions, and clicks. Okay, what is reach? What does reach mean in the world of social media marketing? Super important concepts. Pay careful attention. No questions in between. Yeah, what is reach? No, Vinaya, reach is not traffic. No, Aishwarya, it is not communicate. Number of audiences who do what? Be seen by your customers. How many people see your page are in the page? Okay. Views you get, potential customers. Okay. Okay. Some of these answers are correct, or they are closer to the correct answer. Some of the answers are not. No, this is not about the potential or possibility, Mitesh and Ankita. This is the number of people your content reached out to. If my post was shown to 500 people, the reach is 500. The reach of that post is 500. If my post was shown to 1000 people, the reach is 1000. As simple as that. Okay? Yes. So, when your post appears on someone's feed, the reach increases by 1. The reach is the number of people who saw your post. And then what is engagement? What is engagement? Is it just commenting or liking? Is it just likes and comments, Divya? It's like, comments, and shares. How can you engage with a post? How can you engage with a post? You can engage with a post by taking three actions. Yes. Okay. So you can engage with posts by taking three actions. It's either like, comment, or share. Or like also is known as reactions because there are six reactions that you can give. What are those reactions? Like, love, wow, haha, sad, and angry. So all of that I've taken as like. So you either comment, or you either share. Typically, out of like, comment, and share, which is the best for a brand according to you? Which is the most desirable result for a brand? As if you compare like, comment, and share. Okay, share. Why share? Why share? Why share is the most desirable? Exactly, Pooja. Yes, yes. It increases reach. It increases reach. Okay, so let's answer in these words only. It increases reach. If I share, my friends also get to see this post, which means what increases? The reach increases. Why? Because the number of people who saw this post increases. Cool. So share is probably the most desirable result, followed by comments, followed by likes. Okay, then you have impressions. Okay, so what are impressions now? I'll ask you again, what are impressions? Views. Okay, just to explore and not to click. View. Okay, so let's define impressions as the number of times, yes, like Tanvi says, the number of times a particular post or a particular ad appeared. The number of times a post was shown, yes. If the post was shown 1,000 times, the impressions are 1,000. If the post or the ad was shown 10,000 times, the impressions are 10,000. The number of times it was shown. And if you talk about clicks, so we already have engagement. Okay, engagement means like, comment, and share. But apart from engagement, apart from like, comment, and share, there are a few other ways in which a user can click on the post or click on a Facebook update. What are the reasons? What are those clicks? In what way can a user click on a post which is not engagement driven? How can a user click on a post without engagement? Okay, to know more. So, for example, when you have a when you have long text, when you have a lot of text in the image, you don't see a lot of text, or the text is truncated. Sorry, my English was horrible there. The text is truncated. The text is cut off, and in order to view the full text, you have to click on "See More" option. That is counted as a click. Okay. Anything else? What are the other things that would be counted as clicks according to you? Exactly. So link clicks. You whenever you click on a particular post and you go to a different link, that is counted as a click. When you enlarge a photo or an image, like Ankita points out, that is counted as a click, or when you play a video, that is counted as a click. When you go to landing pages, that is counted as a click. But likes are not counted as a click, okay, Shivam? The likes are not counted as a click. Likes is engagement. Okay, so what I'm basically trying to say is that reach is the number of people your content reached out to. Engagement is the number of likes, comments, and shares on that post. Impressions is the number of times it appeared, and clicks is the number of clicks on the post for either enlarging the image, playing the video, clicking on see more, going to a different link, and so on and so forth. Now, what I'll do is that I'll take you to my home page and just explain these concepts again. Okay, so I'll refresh this page now. Okay, I'm refreshing my home page and let's see what is happening. Okay, so this post by Osho, this page I have liked, it's appearing on my newsfeed. Okay, now forget this 80 number, forget that there are 80 likes and likes, forget that there is one comment, forget that there are 19 shares. Imagine that I am the only one who has liked the Osho page. Imagine I am the only one who has liked the Osho page. There's only one fan of that page, that is me. So now, when this post was published on my newsfeed, what is the reach, total reach of the post? When it appeared on my newsfeed, what is the total reach of the post? Yes, the total reach is one because no one else has liked the page. Yes, I am the only one who has it has reached out to, and hence the reach is one. So reach is the number of people your post was reached out to. Has there been any click on the post? No. Okay. Now has there been a click on the post? Yes, because I enlarged the image. Okay, similarly, has there been any engagement with the post so far? No. Okay, now yes. Okay, good. So you guys know what reach is, you know what click is, you know what engagement is. Okay. Now, what is the impressions of this post so far? How many impressions? The impressions are also one because this is the first time it is appearing on my newsfeed. Okay, now imagine. Okay, imagine that I refresh the page. Okay, imagine that I refresh the page. Again, the same post appears on my newsfeed. Again, the same post appears on my newsfeed. Now, what is the reach in this case now when it is appearing on my newsfeed for the second time? Okay, let's go back to the definition of reach. Reach is the number of people your post was shown to. Is the number of people your post was shown to increasing? Are there new people? No, it's just me. So the reach is only one. What is the impressions in this case? What is the impressions in this case? The impressions are two. Why two? Because the post is appeared the second time. Impressions say that we don't care if the user is unique or not. The reach is the number of unique people who saw your post, right? Number of different people who saw your post. But impressions don't care if the user is unique or not. If the post has appeared 10 times, the impressions are 10. If the post has appeared 15 times, the impressions are 15. Let's say I refresh the page again for the third time now. And again I say this post. What is the reach again in this case now? The reach is still 1 and the impressions are 3. Is the concept crystal clear now? The difference between reach, crystal clear, yeah. These concepts go uh, these concepts go everywhere in digital marketing. So yes, if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, just ask your question in the chat window. Till the time, I'll get the feedback link for you guys. Okay, so how to see impressions is something that we'll take a look at later. We're simply looking at the concepts, we're simply looking at the definitions. Can you repeat which part, Nidhi? Because this was like a very long section. Which part do you want me to repeat? Okay, in the meantime, I'll just ping the feedback link. So, guys, please fill in the feedback. This feedback is super important to me. Okay, if the same post appears on page of 10 people 10 times, so one person 10 times or total 10 times per meet? Okay, so total how many times it is appearing? Total it's appearing how many times? 100 times. Yes. So the impressions are 100. All right. And what is the reach though? What is the reach? The reach is 10. Is it clear now, Parmeet? Okay. So this says engagement. Okay. Who wants to explain what engagement is? Can anyone help me out here? How will you explain engagement, guys? Just a quick revision. Yes, engagement basically means whenever a user likes, comments, or shares, that is counted as an engagement, Nidhi. Whenever if a user likes, comments, or shares your post, that is counted as engagement. Exactly. Yes. Can you repeat? Is impressions more important than reach? Um, Divya, I think you'll be in a better position to understand this when we do Facebook ads. So I think if you can just ask me this question after Facebook ads, I think you will have your own answer then itself. Okay, so let's keep the strategical questions for the later class. We are simply looking at the definitions. Can you please repeat impressions once again? See, Sarang, let me make it extremely clear. Hmm, suppose it's your birthday tomorrow. Okay, your close friend comes to visit you at 12 p.m., 12 a.m., sorry, with a birthday cake, and he wishes you happy birthday. Okay, how many people have wished you happy birthday so far? Sarang, are you with me? How many people have wished you happy birthday so far if your friend visits you at 1? Sorry, at 12? Where is Sarang? Okay, Sarang, I don't think you're with me. I'll come back to your question again. Till then, I'll answer the other questions. Uh, Buffer is a tool which we'll take a look at in the last class, all right? Okay, Sarang's back. He says one. Okay, now imagine. Okay, just imagine that you are alone and somehow don't have any friends and no one has wished you except that friend. The same friend calls you in the morning again and wishes you happy birthday. How many happy birthday wishes have you got so far? No new topics. Yes, Pooja, you can leave. Yes, just fill in the feedback, Pooja. Yes, Arang. So, how many times have you been wished happy birthday? You're being wished happy birthday twice. Yes, but how many people have wished you happy birthday so far? Yes. So, how many people have wished you happy birthday? Just one. The same friend, he's like, he's a crazy friend who loves you so much. He again calls you in the evening and wishes you happy birthday. So, the number of friends that have wished you happy birthday is one, but the number of times you have been wished happy birthday is 3. Similarly, reach is the number of unique people who are visiting you, who are wishing you happy birthday. Okay, you can take that analogy and apply it to reach and impressions. Reach is the number of unique people. So if the same post is shown to the same person 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, the reach does not increase. The reach remains 1. Even if your friend wishes you 10 times, 15 times, the friend remains 1. But how many times was it the post shown? That is impressions. If the post has appeared 10 times, then the impressions are 10. Doesn't matter if the same friend, if it is being shown to the same user or not. So that is impressions. The number of times it appears is impression that those are not for unique users, but reach is always unique users. Does this example make it clearer now? Got it? Cool. Another reminder about the feedback, guys. Please fill in the feedback. And I'll see you guys in the next class. Yeah, so please do the task, please do the homework. I'll see you guys in the next class. Good night, guys. Take care. Good night. Bye. Thanks, Tanvi. Thanks, guys. I've got some really good feedback. So thank you. Super grateful. Yeah. Bye. Good night.